All eyes have been on the U.S. Capitol in regard to the ongoing vote for House Speaker, and it doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon. After 13 rounds of voting, the House of Representatives has adjourned until 10 p.m. Our Eyewitness News reporter Shelby Pay brings us a local look at this rare situation.
Michael Arcuri is a local lawyer right in New Hartford, but he also once served in Congress representing New York's 24th District from 2007 to 2011. Due to this experience, he was able to provide a unique perspective on the Speaker stalemate.
There's always a vote for Speaker with the first new Congress. Generally, it's all decided before the initial vote. And I think it would have been this year, except for the fact that there were some dissenters who just weren't going to vote for McCarthy for Speaker.
This is the first time anything like this has happened since 1923.
So they usually take a vote behind the scenes in private caucuses, and they decide who the Speaker is going to be. Obviously, they couldn't agree on that this year, but they still had to take the vote.
And seeing as though there is still no House Speaker, this means they haven't been able to pass a rules package. And while this is causing concern for some, Arcuri says it's just democracy playing out.
Sort of a two-edged sword for me. On the one hand, this truly is democracy at its greatest. You know, and I read, you know, some of the Republicans who are trying to push the dissenters into line, so to speak, behind McCarthy are saying, oh, you know, other people around the world are probably saying, you know, totalitarian states are saying this is the problem with democracy. And it's true. Democracy is not a pretty thing, but you know what? That's democracy. Truly, that is democracy.
And while it appears they are trying to reach a compromise, he adds that this might be a sign that certain members are trying to swing policy.
You know, back when I was in Congress, we had the Blue Dogs, were the more conservative Democrats, moderate Democrats. And, you know, we were able to swing policy slightly, but generally we never would hold out to this extent. But one of the other things you're hearing, which is sort of in the weeds kind of thing, is they're opting to get more members on the Rules Committee. Now, I was on the Rules Committee. The Rules Committee is a very, very small committee. There is only 13 people. It's the smallest committee in the House of Representatives, but arguably one of, if not the most powerful, because they are the committee that decides what amendments go on to bills and what bills go to the floor. And now you're hearing some of the people in the 20s saying, hey, we'd like more seats on the Rules Committee, because the Rules Committee drives what gets to the floor of the House of Representatives. And that's the power of the majority. Everybody thinks the majority is winning votes. No, because you still have to persuade your side. The power of the majority is controlling what goes to the floor.
But just exactly how much is too much power for McCarthy to give up?
I know sort of what's going on, but I don't know what's going on inside baseball here because we're not there. But you wonder if the minority really actually wants something, or are they now just enjoying the fact that they're sort of controlling the direction of the House of Representatives.
And as of this time, the House has adjourned until 10 p.m. when they will then reconvene to determine the fate of the House. Reporting in Utica, I'm Shelby Pay, Eyewitness News.
Our Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor explains